Right, good morning. This is not snow, it is ash. I've just blown the fire. But we have woken up to a little bit more snow today, which is nice. But sadly, it's going to be our last full day here. Yeah, tomorrow in the morning, probably about 10 o'clock, we're going to head off. There's just not a lot left to do here, and it's bloody cold. Don't get me wrong, like last night it wasn't too bad at all. I think it went down to like -1, and yeah, it was fine for us. You know, a bit hard to get up in the morning, but once you've got a fire and a coffee, and you know, it's all right. But the fact that if we want to come back here a little bit earlier next year, then it makes sense me going back now and going straight back to work, really. So that is the plan. Yeah, we were lucky with the weather when we came here. Beautiful sunshine. Few showers here and there, but absolutely fine. Now to be treated to snow. It's just been perfect. Alright, Kelly. Alright. Come here. Where's my cafetiere? Let's go here. But what I am going to do today is show you our setup, really, how we've been living, how Rachel's able to work while she's here. Yeah, just a bit more of an insight, really. I've really just been picking up the camera to do the jobs on the land, rather than just sort of vlogging and just showing you everything, really. But yeah, I'll grab a camera today and I'll do that. First things first, second coffee needs to get in me, that's for sure. Well, I was going to start doing my jobs, but might put another log on the fire now. Enjoy the snow. I think we've got it for a couple of hours. So that van tour video that I'm doing today is going really well. Look how heavy that is crazy. That's awesome.
Wow. This is insane, man.
Not a bad last day, is it? Look how slow it's falling up there.
It came out for us.
Fire's still going nice. We're going to make another coffee, but 2.5, is it? How many litres is it? 25 litres of water is frozen.
Frozen as well. How much water do you have in there?
Not enough.
What about in your water bottle?
I've emptied it into there already.
And mine's empty.
Yeah. It's settling fast as well.
Yeah, it is.
Good job I got those tyres, eh?
Yeah. I am so overwhelmed. Oh, yes, man.
You're good. Snowing.
Do you think?
Trees are turning white now. Beautiful.
Can you fly your drone through snow?
Sadly not. Oh my god. Covered me so quickly.
I'm so covered in snow now, look at me, I'm a snowman.
I know. Coffee time. It's a coffee time. Now you know why we saw the gritter this morning.
Yeah, they knew.
I wonder what one goes past us.
What, the nose? We'll have to look that up.
Yeah. I feel like today might not be a productive day, but maybe a day of reflecting.
Yeah. I think you're right about that. Which is kind of a nice day to close it out, really.
Yeah. Raging inferno here.
Yeah, it feels so good. My trousers might catch on fire. That's the only risk here. Oh, my toesies. I wouldn't mind if they caught on fire right now.
So we just thought about doing maybe another little Q&A now, and just go through comments and see if anybody else had any other questions about the land.
Where was the land advertised?
We found it on a website called On the Market. To be fair, I think that's where we found most of the properties. It is a really good website for finding these sort of things. Don't get me wrong, these sort of things don't come up very often.
Yeah.
But On the Market seemed to be the best place.
The process for us, it was 2 years of knowing we wanted to find some land, with Cam looking religiously pretty much at least every other day.
Every day.
Every day.
On the Market has a good like filter as well to really narrow down what you're looking for. So yeah, highly recommend. Rightmove is another one, but I personally feel like that's more for like very much residential properties. And
there is a lot of plots on there, but they were a lot of like developmental plots, really.
Yeah, and
like
if they were on there, they were on the market as well. So
and obviously another option is the auctions. We did look at a few through things like future property auctions. One thing that is good to be mindful of there is the fees, which are a bit crazy. On something like this, you would be looking at fees which were probably £6,000 to £7,000 on top of the price of that to the auction house. So some of the plots look like they're going to be going for a lot cheaper, but when you count into fact the fees, like for us it wasn't really worth it. We'd rather put our money elsewhere, but I know lots of people do get a very good deal at auction. It just didn't work out for us, did it? No.
And personally, I'd rather pay for a solicitor, so...
Yeah, than just an auction house.
Yeah.
Cool. We had a few only half an acre. I couldn't do with any less than 5. I don't know how to answer that.
We're not looking for a farm.
What kind of setup do you have for receiving your mail and parcels if you don't have a permanent address at the time of filming this video?
So like what we do now?
Yeah, just I guess like addresses, what we do.
So we technically still both live at our parents' house. That's where we are registered at. So that's where all our mail and everything goes to. Once we're up here and it's all planning goes through, do we contact the post office that they give us an address?
Yeah, we can get registered. You contact the post office and the council and you can get registered, pop a number on us, we're official with Royal Mail, and then we can use this as an address just for deliveries for things for the land as well, even if it's not residential at that point. But yeah, we also, obviously we lived in a van for a long time, and in terms of delivery addresses while we're on the road, obviously we can't nip back to home all the time to go and pick up parcels. So a lot of the things we ordered, we used Amazon drop boxes or eBay, where they can deliver to Argos stores.
Or in-post boxes.
In-post boxes. Yeah, there's so many different ways you can get around it, like every parcel shop. We never struggled to get something we needed, even when we had absolutely no form of permanent address whatsoever. So it's, as long as you've got somewhere to legally be registered, then it's all good, right?
Yeah. And you can do that at friends or family's houses.
Yeah, we know people who've done either of those.
Yeah.
How frequently do you plan to upload videos?
Once we head back down south with the land, I would have hoped that the videos would be at least once a week. And hopefully by the end of all of this footage that we've recorded, there will be quite a few videos, and by that time we should hopefully be back up here.
Yeah, definitely.
And then again, I'll try and stick to a video a week. Might even have to be just like a very rough cut, and I'll just post it, but we'll see.
There's a few questions in here as well about work, earning money.
So I'm a self-employed carpenter, and I just subcontract to companies, and that's how I've always done it. You?
I work online. I
work full-time online effectively with a company that are a podcast agency. Effectively what we do is work with business leaders or authors or CEOs, and we get them placed on other people's podcasts. It's a kind of way of growing personal branding, growing authority. I manage a team, we're global, and yeah, I've got a senior role in the business now, which makes me really happy. It's great work. I'm very passionate about what I do, and very fortunate that it is so compatible with our life that I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm very passionate about my clients, my job, the effect it can have for them, and I absolutely love it. I'm a huge advocate for remote work because I've never worked harder or been more motivated for work, to be honest with you, than I am now.
what are you giggling at?
I just answered it within like 15 seconds.
Self-employed carpenter. Done. My job, well, if I say that like you kind of have to go into detail on my job,
You
otherwise
do,
it just
yeah.
provokes more questions.
No one believes it.
No one understands what I do. Everyone thinks I'm just like a freeloader here.
It was absolutely fine finding your job, wasn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I work with an amazing team, great people. Yeah, very, very happy about it.
Good. Any other questions?
Not on this video. Lots of people saying that we're a sweet couple, which is nice. We're engaged now. Someone said, bruv, I think you may want to start saying we are us and we and our subscribers, because you don't include me in your speaking as well. This is Cam's channel. just to clarify a little bit on there, you don't necessarily hear much from me on here. If you're interested in seeing anything from me, I mainly post like daily vlogs over on TikTok when we're out and about. I do have a YouTube channel myself, but I'm not likely to be posting much on there because work's busy and it's a lot to maintain. It's a lot of graft that goes into it. So yeah, this is Cam's channel, but yeah, if you hear him saying like my land at all, then call him out on that because that's not okay.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Well, I don't know, this guy seems to think differently. Thanks for having my back.
Bruv.
Bruv.
Yeah, but in the future, obviously, because we have this land now, we're sort of hoping to team up like Rachel would do, the TikTok, the Instagram, the things that I'm all bad at. And I will continue to
do the things that I definitely do not have time for.
Yeah, I'll continue to build and film and do the mostly talking to the camera. And Rachel, obviously, she has a full-time job. She'll be working, but I'll make sure she gets on camera every now and then.
Okay, so sorry, I'm still scrolling for questions. Other than that, there's just a lot of suggestions about what to do with the lands on here. I'm not sure how much detail we've gone into previously, but lots of people are suggesting like shipping containers or small A-frame houses and all of that kind of thing. There's lots of really cool suggestions for what other people would do.
Well, shipping container, that's an interesting one because we have had the discussion about it recently. Well, once we were on the land. Because I do have a shipping container. I rent a shipping container basically to store my classic car and workshop equipment and kayaks and various other things that I've collected over the years, and furniture that I've also built.
I do lovingly call him a hoarder. He is a hoarder. There's no two ways about it.
I don't know. Maybe two shipping containers as a hoarder.
For a minimalist human being, you have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I also used to have a workshop. I used to live in a house. Like, I have furniture.
Yeah, that's it. Things that are too precious to get rid of. I get it. All those classic hoarder comments.
I know. So yeah, I do have one down south. The idea is obviously to get that all up here because it's obviously a monthly cost that's we don't want anymore.
So one moment, look at that.
I know.
You can carry on now.
I don't know. Distracted now.
There's quite a few things in here about questions about dealing with bad weather and midges. Lots of people are feel like we don't know it rains in Scotland, or don't know that there's midges here. I think personally, you've got to pick the battles you want to go through in life. Down south, property is crazy expensive. There's too many people around. We wouldn't be able to live a life that's fulfilling or anything near what we want to do. And taking a giant crazy leap into something that we don't know what it looks like yet is much more our style than just getting a mortgage on a house that we will never truly love. And we love this, we love these landscapes, and we think that bad weather and midges are a worthwhile accompaniment to living the life we want to live. And I think mic drop, that's the verdict. I mean, who's scared off by a little bit of rain when where you live is this pretty?
We've also lived in Scotland for like 8 months, so we kind of would have got the worst
and
of the worst with
much
midges.
more than that over time as well. Like we spent a lot of time in Scotland, and
yeah, so we are very used to it. And we were here in July, and you know, there were bugs about, but it wasn't midgy infestation sort of thing. Like, it was fine here. We do have a river, so we do have moving water here. We don't really have much stagnant water.
Yeah,
farms across the road.
so it says, Rachel, every builder needs a supervisor. You can tell who wears the trousers in your van, even if you can see them under his penny.
Was I insulted? Like,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure whose side they're on, but I think it's my side.
Okay.
I feel like we've covered the main questions now. There's just so much loving support in these comments that means a lot to us. People that can see why we want to do it and what we're doing, and that's I'm just delighted that you people are here.
Yeah, this project is very much something where I would like to do 99.9% of the work myself.
Yeah, calling in friends and...
Yeah, like we have friends and family that want to come and help, and so for those jobs I don't mind calling those. And
yeah.
But yeah, this definitely isn't going to be a quick job. It's definitely not going to be a job where I'm just calling people in just to do the work for me. I personally enjoy doing construction, even if it's out of my comfort realm. Like, I love learning new trades. So yeah, I want to learn and do everything mostly myself. But yeah, if a bit of heavy lifting, then I'll call in my friends and family, or heavy equipment. But I guess to end the Q&A, if you have any other more questions, throw them in the comments down below.
We'll keep doing these videos until they're all answered.
Yeah. Right, boys are now being fed. Alright, get in my way. Oh,
so stunning.
So before we leave, I've got to take this down now. And then I'm just sort of going to be... Obviously all the rubbish we're taking with us. We're not leaving any rubbish here, just to be clear. We'll be taking the chainsaw and everything like that. Just might leave some brooms and outside bag thing. They are garden bags. Yeah, that's pretty much all we're going to be leaving here. And then tomorrow, I've got to pack this away. So I'm just going to do a quick little tour video of how we've been living in this Ford Ranger with this roof tent in the Scottish Highlands on our land. Okay, so this is my 2004 Ford Ranger Super Cab pickup truck. Just before we came to Scotland, we Raptor painted it with olive drab and a Raptor paint black along the bottom. I also then put some BFG tyres on it, all terrain. Now what I also did before we left is just add the lights and the light bar. Now the light bar is a bit different because I've got it stuck down with magnets. Pretty strong magnets. In the middle you've got a co-light DRL headlight, and then we've got some yellow lights either side. On the back bed, what I also decided to do was add these white lights on the sides and on the back. Now unfortunately I didn't get around to wiring them up. They are all to the front, and I'll explain why. Okay, so this is how we have been living. The dogs have been in the back, and we've brought thermal blankets and everything for them. Not only that, but we also run the van just before bedtime for a good couple of hours, and that gives them plenty of heat through here overnight. Obviously Odin, the husky, he's absolutely fine. Heimdall, he also has a lovely little jumper that he wears now. Okay, so in the front here, in this little black box, this is my DIY 400 amp hour lithium ion battery. So it's actually two batteries. They are two 200 amp hour lithium ion batteries with JBD BMSs sitting on top of them. The reason they are separate and they have their own BMS is because one is a couple of years older than the other, so I didn't want to interfere with the chemistry of all of that. And then sitting on top, we've got a 2000 watt Voltanic inverter. This is absolute great company. I've actually worked with them twice now. I got solar panels for the motorhome that we have, and they gave me a MPPT charger and everything like that, and so I installed all that into my motorhome, and I'll leave a little link up here. And then later on down the line, they very kindly gave me a 2000 watt inverter, and it has actually been working brilliantly. So we've got two 240 outlets on it. Now, I can switch the inverter on, and that will obviously turn it all on. But it's also got USB and Type-C as well on the side here. But the inverter doesn't have to be on just to use those, which is absolutely fantastic for us right now, because we've got a Starlink Gen 3 on the dash. This one has not been converted to 12 volt like I've done in the past. It was literally brand new before we came up here. It was one of the things that we had to get. So yeah, we don't have to have the inverter on just to run the USBs and everything. But when we do want them on, we can just switch them on and everything can run off 240. Now the USBs come in very handy because we do have the drones, the GoPros and phones as well. Now going towards the back bed, this roof rack here was actually built by the previous owner. I believe he had them fabricated in his workshop, but I have built this custom back bed. Now what it does is it lifts up and I could get access to all of my tools when I'm back at work. But what I did for us coming away, what I installed was this aluminium tubing that goes across either side, and that holds on the tent box, which was another little find that we found on eBay just before we came up here. So this was actually like a pre-loved tent box. I believe they just used it for like their shows and everything like that they take it to. There is absolutely no signs of any damage or any use on the inside, and these roughly go for maybe about 1200 quid, and I got it for 800. So yeah, an absolute find, and it is brilliant. I'm not going to show you inside, it is just a tent. But you do have a mattress in there, which isn't the comfiest, but it depends what type of mattress you're used to. And this is the Tent Box Lite 2.0, so it's the next version up. Now this is just a bit of tarp that I had just to put on the side because we were getting water coming onto the bed, so that just solved that problem. And all of our food is on the top, and all of our clothing and everything is underneath. And that's basically how we've been living. So what do we do when we run out of battery? Well, the 400 amp hour lasted roughly about a week, I would say. And then I had to get the generator out. Yeah. It's just one of your cheapy screw fix generators, but it has done very well. I bought it quite a few years ago now, and it was when I used to have AGM batteries, and they would never last. So I'd be rocking up to building sites and just getting the generator out and running it and charging my batteries every single day. So that's why I bought a generator, and luckily we bought it up with us just in case we needed it. But in the future we will be getting a much bigger generator and hopefully a bigger battery system. Might build it again. Might see if someone wants to send me something. We'll see. So obviously with the truck, that's great, it serves every purpose, but we do use our storage area over here for everything else that we brought up with us, like our gardening stuff and the dog food, and a place to put all of our rubbish before we take it with us. But yeah, that is the truck, and that is how we've been living up here. Hasn't been the easiest, but it's been very enjoyable. And the boys absolutely love it here. Heimdall, show your jumper. Who's handsome boy? Who wants his stick friend? Would it be you? Are you going to stay? What are you doing? And then this is our little cave that we've built. So this is the old
cave.
It's the cave. It's 100%
It is
the cave.
It really is.
We love it. So this is the old dwelling that was on the land, and we have repurposed it and built a little shelter. Got lots of firewood.
All of our food.
All of our food, yeah. We need to have a good
This is the
tidy
old
up.
fireplace that obviously it's kind of nice to have a fire and cook in the
Yeah,
place where the old fireplace was.
it's lovely.
As you can tell, it's become a refuge.
So yes, I know we look like hobos probably, but this is camping. This is what it is, isn't it? Like, this is how you camp. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour video. Got to show you what the truck looks like in the end, and all the other lights and everything that I put on it. Again, sadly didn't get it wired up. Oh, the reason I didn't wire it up, because I didn't want to wire it to either like the leisure battery, which I put in there, which I'll leave a link up here for, or if I wired it to the vehicle battery, I didn't want to drain the vehicle battery. Do I then wire it to the leisure battery? Yes, I could have wired it to the leisure. Yes, I could have wired it to the leisure battery, but then again, it's just redoing wiring when I get back, and we haven't actually needed to use the light at all. Days here were hard, and by 3 o'clock when the sun goes down, you just want to relax. But yeah, it's on the job to-do list when I get back. Okay, so it's now 12 o'clock and it started to snow again. This is a crazy, crazy last day. Right, just snow all day today then. Oh, let's get warm by the fire. Got nothing else to do. Okay, I finally emerged from the cave and I'm just sorting out my little shelter here where the old toilet was, so I just basically want to take all of this away, so if anybody has to come out they can easily see where this was. So yeah, just going to take all this down now. It's served its purpose, and yeah, just get rid of our rubbish and sort all of this out as well. Yeah, I thought if I can get this done, then tomorrow morning it's just sort of taking that shelter down, and it's probably not as stressful. So we are leaving today, and we've had a lot more snow. That's our roof tent. That's meant to be like a little porch, but it's buckled. It's nice to wake up to. We are starting to pack away now. We've got a little fire going in our little cave, but the roof is also caving in a little bit. Now, I'm just gonna give myself a little pat on the back here and just say how well this structure has held. Proud chippy that is. It's a proud chippy.
TikTok said it wasn't gonna last, babe.
So what they said?
Yeah.
Rachel needs to go and do her morning meetings, and then we're gonna hit the road. And in the meantime, I've just got to pack everything away. Sadly, it's time to take the cave down. I can't see this going very well, can you? I thought that technique was pretty good. Oh, this one. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, it's time to go. So, just so everyone is happy, we are obviously not leaving anything here. We are leaving the plot of land just as we found it almost, apart from uncovering everything. But yeah, we're taking all of our rubbish with us. Obviously we want to be responsible, and ultimately it's our land, so we don't want someone coming here and thinking that we're just making it a shithole. It's sad to be leaving, but when we come back next year with Kevlar, the motorhome, it's going to make this experience 1,000 times better. I can't wait. Okay, this is going to collapse. Shelter. I'd say I'll build another one when we come back, but there's no point. I'll have a motorhome. I've still got my bloody, yep, I'm an idiot. So this has been one hell of an experience coming here. Unearthing old buildings and wells and septic tanks. Definitely got a more like appreciation for like time team and archaeology. It was a fun job. So we didn't get around to obviously clearing the rest of the dwelling. It is very much still covered. I do feel that we have accomplished what we wanted to do here. We wanted to find the building, we measured it, we've measured all the trees, the well, the septic tank, Isabella. So yeah, everything is mapped out for planning. So that's, yeah, that was the main thing that we wanted to do coming here. As well as like a little getaway holiday sort of thing. Why am I not sitting enjoying the fire anyway? So this was my chopping stump and she got battered. Ooh, comfy seat though. Oh, just warm my toes up one last time. And just chuck everything on. This was actually probably a bad idea because I've got to pack this away in a minute. Oh well. So we're not going to film the journey home, there's no point. There's nothing exciting that's going to happen. We are just going to do it in one big hit and do about 12 hours of driving today and just, yeah, get back down south. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that is enjoying these videos and supporting it. Ultimately, for this to happen next year, I need your help. I need you to share these videos. I need you to let people know that there's a crazy couple who have bought a bit of land in Scotland and are starting from nothing, pretty much. And even after building the house, there's still going to be so much that I want to film and document because, like I said, I have a classic car that I've always wanted to finish restoring. I've had it for about 10 years and it's just been in storage. It's one of my favourite vehicles, and I bought it the day that my nephew was born, which is really nice. And yeah, I'd like to finish that. So that's a massive project I want to do. But also, being a carpenter, I want to film in the workshop of building things and making things, designing things. So yeah, the channel just doesn't stop there. And then even after that, I've been thinking, because this is going to be maybe 5 years down the line until the house is here and complete and all of the projects are done. So there's a good amount of footage that's going to come from this channel. I'm hoping for it to be a big channel, really. I want it to obviously make me an income from what I'll be missing from being a carpenter, working down south. And hopefully it will make bigger things happen. Even though we love Kevlar and what we've done inside, I want us to, you know, go over to Europe as well in it. In which case I need to potentially do the inside again. It's a very nice motorhome, but I do have other ideas of making it more functional and more practical, because obviously the way that it's designed at the moment is to have all of my tools underneath the bed, and if we don't need that, then let's make ourselves some more room or more comfortable. So yeah, maybe another van conversion in the future. I think I'm going to say goodbye now. Rachel's still working. She would say goodbye if she was here, but she's still working. But yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed this, and hopefully, I'm hoping that once this last video comes out, we will be back up here, and the next video will be us saying we're back on our land. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.